Enterprise TV, a tradition of truth.
You're watching Enterprise TV. I am Henry Igwebike. The political situation in Rivers State has finally boiled over, and Governor Siminalayi Fubara now knows his place. The drama which blew into the open with the October 29 bombing of the State House of the Assembly Complex reached its second major landmark with the defection of nearly 30 members of the State House of Assembly from the People's Democratic Party PDP to the All Progressive Congress APC. But today, the dust has settled, or shall we say, has just been raised. I have with me Dr. Olayinka Oyebile and Mr. Cyril Abaku. Gentlemen, you're welcome to Enterprise TV. Now, let's start up with our first question. The first impeachment of a Nigerian governor was in 1979 in Kaduna. We have seen in Bayelsa and so many other places. What do we see happening in Rivers? Let me start with you, Mr. Cyril Abaku.
No, what's happening in Rivers State is the doubling down of giant political interests that have furthered their nest over the years, that have built very strong, robust, broad-based structures that are now being used to claw anybody who tries to play outside of their books. So, for example, the governor, Siminalayi, installed or sworn in May 29, 2023, but fell out sooner than later with his principal, and the principal striking back. Imagine that someone who is not in government in the state is able to enforce the removal, is able to engineer the impeachment of a sitting governor, to the extent that lawmakers would defect, to the extent that an entire party structure is in the hand of one person. So that's where we are. It takes a lot of money, a lot of resources. It takes a lot of connection. It takes a whole lot to be able to move a governor out of office. In the past, it was President Obasanjo who would typically, from Abuja, is what they call federal might, to sack a governor. But today now we see that godfathers are also able to set in motion certain very dangerous transactions that are able to determine the future of a state, which is really, if you ask me, unbecoming of democracy.
Doctor, do you have something to add to that before I go to...
The drama in that state is very, very unfortunate. And as I've always insisted anywhere I go, all these fights is not on behalf of any common man.
The people.
It is because of their own personal interest. You are already a minister in Abuja. A minister in Abuja is like a governor.
Definitely.
So what else do you want? I saw his interview the other day and I was repulsed, boasting that he put him there and he paid for
his tickets and all.
Their forms and all that and so on and so forth. Where did he get that money? Is it not the state money? Is it the salary? It's not the salary. So, and now, this was the same man who, when Ambode was having some problem with Tinubu in Lagos, came to Lagos and was talking about how to fight godfatherism. So now he has become a godfather himself. So you see that politicians talk with both sides of their mouth. You were fighting at one time for a fellow governor who was having a problem with a godfather. Now you yourself, you have become like a godfather. You are now in Abuja far away. Instead of you facing the duty that the president has given you, you want to be ruling in Abuja and be ruling also in Rivers. As the Yoruba will say, no matter how wicked a dog is, or how agile a dog is, it cannot police 2 houses.
But unfortunately, this is how our political system have been
That
made
is
to
why
be.
I'm saying that we need to change this system.
Okay.
And the people that will change it, it's not you and I talking here. It is the Rivers people that will have to seize their state from all these carpetbaggers. Because as far as I'm concerned, the guys there, either it's Fubara or the Wike himself, they are all carpetbaggers. They are only there for their own selfish interest. What have they done for the state? Yes, you might say that they've constructed road and all that. Yes, that's what government is meant for. It is not their own personal money that they are doing all these things. So all they need to do now is to make sure that they take all these people. As I always say, who is in PDP today that has not been in APC? Or who is in APC today that has not been in PDP before? So they are the same thing from the same fruit from the same pod. They are just the same thing. What the difference is just like saying half dozen or 6. You are saying the same thing. They are the same thing. They are all the same thing.
And Mr. Cyril, you see, first of all, when an impeachment has occurred, the question is often, did it follow due process of law? Why will that of Rivers somewhat be different?
No, people will tell you, in fact, that at the time the bombing of the House Assembly took place that Sunday night, the lawmakers purportedly had an ultimatum of about 4 days to impeach the governor. Believe me, Henry, if the impeachment had even occurred that time, if they had sat, miss or no miss, if they had sat to say the governor had been impeached, all else will be all else. Believe me. In Ondo, they are saying CJ, set up a panel. But I can tell you that they may not. I don't think that from Alamesia to Oyo to all these places, because Plateau, the impeachment process could take forever actually.
Okay.
You will need time for them to investigate. It may just get stuck somewhere. So they know that's why they don't really rely on law. If the lawmakers had passed a resolution saying impeach the governor, believe me, the next will be to go to court. And today when they say go to court, it's like saying go and drown in the ocean. It would have stood, and the governor by now would have had his nails to bite. So Rivers people are known to be people who like to take their destiny to their hands. Democracy is not the government of the few. It is the government of the majority. So it is the government of it is their government. They must wake up to save democracy. Failing to do which, today it is Fobara, tomorrow it could be someone else.
Yeah, very true.
I mean, who are you? So that's very interesting.
You know what? Let me. Impeachment depends on what the people or the House of Assembly, whatever they set up and they want to. There is that word they use. Grievous of
gross misconduct.
Gross misconduct. Thank you very much. That word gross misconduct.
It doesn't mean anything.
It doesn't mean anything. What it depends on is what they consider. They don't have to define it. They will just say gross misconduct. Remember, during the first term of Governor Makura of Nasarawa State,
yes,
he was on what's this party Congress of People's something CPC. He was a minority governor.
Yeah.
Because the House of Assembly was dominated by PDP.
Okay.
And at a point, they wanted to impeach him. His saving grace was the chief judge.
Okay.
They've passed all those conduct, gross misconduct and everything, and they sent it to the chief judge of the state to set up a panel. A panel was set up, and the panel came out and said they couldn't find, there was no any misconduct. So they quashed, the panel quashed the
Charges.
the charges.
As it were.
So, what the state assembly, when they describe or when they say it is gross misconduct, it also depends now on who is the chief judge and the panel is set up. So the panel is the one that has the last say. But in this situation now, people are saying that, okay, maybe if the governor defects to APC to solve the problem, it won't solve the problem.
So what do you think?
As long as they don't want him.
Okay.
Because one day, it is not the problem of party now. They are not quarreling over the issue of party. Those who are defecting have defected now to APC, hoping that, okay, now we are no longer in his party, we can impeach him. If he defects to APC, unless the president or somebody else comes in to say that no, and then even that, what is the crux of the fight? Is the purse. It's the state purse. The control of the state purse. That's all what they are fighting over.
So as a state now,
if the governor today says that Tuale Mofori Baleza, I don't know how they will say that in Rivers, that okay, I give you
on your mandate we stand.
that okay, the budget of Rivers State is 25 billion. Mr. Wike, take the 25 billion. Just give us something we can pay salary. The fight will resolve. Exactly. So what they are fighting is not the issue. It's not for the common man's benefit. It is their own personal selfish interest. And that's why I said earlier on that it is the people of Rivers State that will resolve this thing. They can make up their mind and say that, no, we will not allow this to go on. This is what we want. One man cannot sit down in Abuja and be dictating how the state should be run in the Rivers now. You've had your own time, 8 years. What else do you want?
Mr. Cyril, as a political analyst, what do you think is the next step for Fubara?
Yeah, so the next step of Fubara is only very clear. The courts are there. If there's any inkling or any evidence or element of wrongdoing in the entire procedure that he feels he wants redress over, he can seek a remedy. But until that happens, where things are is where things are.
Where things are is where things are.
I'd love to say thank you so very much, Mr. Cyril Abaku, for being part of our show. And Doctor, thank you so very much always for being part of our program. And to our audience, I'd love to say big thank you to you for always making our time to watch all of our content. But please do remember to like, follow, and subscribe to our YouTube channel and Enterprise TV 7. Press the notification button so you get notified whenever we drop our content. I am Henry Igubike. Thanks for watching.
Enterprise TV, your one-stop shop for news, programs, human angle stories, the economy, sports, and much more. We go the extra mile to bring incredible details to you. So hop on the train now. Enterprise TV, a tradition of truth.